Oh, you're not from Canada, but come on up here, Miss LaTorya Watts. Former Miss USA, Arnold Classic champion. Two-time Arnold Classic champion. Three Arnolds and three Olympias. Two Olympias. LaTorya Watts. Let's welcome to the stage our reigning and defending and current Mr. Olympia, Brandon Curry. I said Brandon Curry. You guys can do better than that. Yes. Mr. Olympia. Let's bring up our Classic Olympia winner from 2018. 2 times, Breon Ansley. The 2019 first runner-up in the Classic Physique. We'll get to that, right? We'll talk about that. Let's bring up our Canadians. Our reigning defending Classic Physique champion, Chris Bumstead. From Canada. Also from Canada, let's bring up big Regan Grimes. Filming live on Facebook, Instagram, MySpace, YouTube. Okay. All right, anybody else? Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for 2-time Mr. Universe, 3-time Mr. World, John Brown is in the house. He's the one that started off many careers, including my own. And let's bring up the pro-creator, trainer extraordinaire, the diminutive, short, Hany Rambod. Hany trained numerous Mr. Olympia winners, Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler, most recently Phil Heath, along with 4-time physique champion Jeremy Budia. Hany Rambod from Northern California, CEO of Evogen. That's what I mean, he's short, ladies and gentlemen. That's most recently, Jeremy Budia. I know I'm missing some other champions. Who else did you train?
Nicole Wilkins.
Nicole Wilkins. She won a couple Olympias? Who else?
We got Andre.
Where's he at?
Andre's booth. He's at the Evogen booth. He just qualified for the 2020 Olympia. Go up against all the seasoned vets out there. So he's doing his thing, growing, bringing a good stage look, and obviously, now there's a battle with Hany Rambod.
You're training the latest to arrive. Hany Rambod is the newest sensation out of Iran. He competed in his first Olympia, former 212 bodybuilder, and in the Open, placed 3rd his very first try last year. There was rumor that he wasn't going to be competing in 2020, but you just said what?
Oh, absolutely. I don't know who's been telling you rumors, but you gotta stop listening to that King Zebra.
I'm all over the world in here, everything. So Hany Rambod, on the record, will be in the 2020 Olympia, absolutely. And we know that he's in Iran. We know there was a problem about the visa and all that. Will he have any issues this year?
You know, it's always a ordeal getting the visa to come to the United States, so it's not going to be easy, but it's one of those things that it wasn't easy in the last year. And but again, we'll go through the diplomatic hoops of fire that we got to jump through. But it's one of those things where the good news is he was able to get one last year, so he's much more likely to be able to get another one.
Responsible for him getting in? I mean, did you have a hand in that?
Yeah, absolutely.
You got Donald Trump's number? How did that work?
No, it's one of those things that it's myself, Hany Rambod, our team internationally that work together and be able to bring it in. So a lot of different people had their hands in the pot, and that allowed us to be able to get that.
Nice. Well, everybody was happy that it was there. Thank you. I'm talking to the mic when you speak, so you're a rookie. Let's hear what you just had to say, Regan.
I don't think Donald could do anything now, but...
True. Ladies and gentlemen, Regan Grimes, he's new to the pro scene. How old are you now? 22, 23?
26.
26. I got shoes older than this guy. For a minute there, you were doing the Classic Physique, and then you now decided to go back into the Open Bodybuilding division. I believe you were second place in Japan, or was it Romania?
Third place.
Third place. So now where do you go from there?
So yeah, I did Japan and Romania last year. I got 3rd place both times to Cedric and Juan Diesel. And next year I'm probably going to do the same show.
When you say next year, are we talking 2021 or 2020?
2021. Full year, yeah.
You said that last year.
Did I?
What do you want to do, bro?
Yeah, I want to grow, man.
How big are you right now? How much are you weighing this morning?
I'm 270.
270, you want to weigh what? How much
Probably
weight?
290, and then I want to be on stage like 265, 270. Yeah.
Just think about bodybuilding giants are dead. Chris Bumstead, you are an artist, a physique artist. You're reigning Classic Physique champion from the Olympia. Give it up for Chris. Chris, how does it feel knowing that you took the title away from this guy right here? I mean, you're sitting right next to him.
I know, I knew that was a play, and you put me right beside him. Just a little fun.
We're gonna have a rematch in a minute, but go ahead.
Nah, I don't, maybe not today. But no, I mean, Breon was an amazing champion. We all know he looked absolutely amazing every year he won. Absolutely complete physique. So to even stand on stage beside him and kind of give him a run for his money, I was grateful to do that. And to take down the win this year, it was really just like icing on the cake. It felt absolutely amazing.
How many Olympias have you competed in?
I've done 3.
Yeah. And on your third try, you won it.
Third try, got it done, yeah.
In comparison, Breon, how many Classic Olympias did you do before you actually won?
One.
First time you won it?
No, I did one before. Then I won it the second year.
We're gonna get back to you. I want to make sure this rivalry stays alive. You represent the entire country of Canada. You went in with that victory like on a chariot. There was a lot of interaction on social media. Did you get any backlash about winning the competition? Did you feel any backlash? I know there was a lot of sympathizers for Breon, even though he's a shorter guy. You're big and you're tall. What do you think gave you the victory over Breon?
I mean, it all comes down to Classic. It's not a bodybuilding show. It's not really about who's bringing the most density, most muscle to the stage. She's got the most flow, the most aesthetics, biggest X-frame, tiniest waist, just the overall shape and flow to your physique. And I think on that day, I brought the best package, and they gave me the win.
Breon, do you agree with what he just said? On that day, he brought the best package. That's all I heard.
Yeah, man, he described it right. He said flow and, you know, classic physique and not necessarily all the other stuff with muscle and, you know, certain density, but I felt on that day, I thought that, you know, I was confident enough to get it, but, you know, it's not a totally objective sport. It's a subjective sport as well, so, you know, it falls in the hands of the judges and their decisions. So, and they're seasoned enough to make the right ones.
These guys are qualified judges, and I think it's today we can settle this instead of wait till September. What do you guys think?
Let's go.
Breon, you can't beat this guy in the offseason?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say that I can't, but
We'll
this
see that
isn't the
till
place and
September.
time to be competing.
It's not the place and the time. So when he actually was announced the winner, you had a very dejected look on your face. As a matter of fact, a lot of people thought that you were going to win it. And when that didn't happen, what does that do to your psyche? You had the title 2 consecutive years. Like you said, you didn't win it the first time out. When you walked off the stage and you had to witness the victory party that Chris was having, where did your mindset take you?
Oh, at first, very disappointed. Very disappointed, very saddened, very hurt, you know, like you had something taken away from you. When, you know, we put so much into this sport, we put so much into preparing for these shows, and so when you really feel like you've given it your all and you feel like you're bringing something that's special, you know, when it doesn't quite go your way, of course, we're hurt, we're disappointed, and it doesn't feel great at all. And that probably showed in my face initially, you know, but all in all, you got to be grateful, you got to be a good sport, and you just have to use it as motivation for yourself to come back and get it again.
We see you on stage before September.
Before September, most likely not.
No, I'm waiting till September. Going for round 2.
What are you going to bring different this year to hold him off? What are you going to do in the gym?
I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Me and my coach, we've had a game plan. We kind of take it easy. We ride it through as we do, just kind of day in and day out. And I'm young. I got a lot of time ahead of me. You know, my body's changing daily because I've only been competing for like 5 years myself, and I think I got a lot I can change in over a year. We're just getting my off season started now, and I'm already at like the best point of the beginning of an off season I've ever been to. We still got like 8 months till show, so I'll be ready to go.
What are you going to do different?
Improve everything. Improve everything.
Sounds like we're going to have a good rubber match between you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our Classic Physique champion. Taking it to the playoffs. Mr. Olymia Brandon Curry. How does that sound, Jeff?
Say it again.
Mr. Olymia Brandon Curry.
That sounds good.
It goes nicely with the USA title, the 3 international Arnold Classic titles. What am I missing there? There's a couple of other titles in there.
Yeah, but that sounds good enough.
That's enough. Brandon Curry won the USA Championships, went to the Arnold Classic in Ohio, won the Arnold Classic there. That wasn't good enough. He went all the way to Brazil, won the Arnold Classic over in Brazil. And then he went to Australia to win the Arnold Classic over in Australia as well. And now he's just added the Sandow Trophy, the 15th winner in its 55-year history. And he's just got done telling me he's opening, I believe you're on the 2nd gym since the Mr. Olympia.
Yeah, since the Mr. Olympia. So hopefully in May, it'll be open in May. As the next day for the next one.
And in the process, his wife opened up a spa, and he's on baby number 5 due in July.
5, yes.
He's a busy man, the hardest working man in bodybuilding. They don't call you the prodigy for nothing. Was there a time on the way to the Olympia that you were kind of discouraged about whether or not you could actually win it? You ever go through that phase of, is it all worth it? He spends half the year over at Kuwait training away from his wife and kids. Were you ever discouraged on the way?
Yeah, you know, I think I competed in Olympia 5, 6 times before actually being able to win it. So around the 4th time or so, you know, people were questioning whether, you know, I had what it takes to even compete in the open division. But you know, I went to that show. I think I spent maybe 6 or 7 shows to qualify for the Olympia that year. So I didn't go there to actually compete. I went there to get some motivation, get some drive, and some inspiration, just from being around the presence of greatness to motivate me for the next year. So I happened to meet my coach, Abdullah, that show, and that's when we started talking about Kuwait, and that's when it became a real reality that I needed to change something, change my environment, you know, I need to go to a place so I can focus 100% on my craft and bodybuilding. So that year, it was the year 2016, where we went there. I basically set out to just kind of change everything I knew and put my trust in someone else's hands. And you know, we came out back into the 8th spot in 17, which was what I placed my first Mr. Olympia in 2011. We weren't really satisfied with that, and it just made me hungrier. But I was happy to be back in the top 10. Come 18, top 5, and I knew at that point, being in the top 5, I could win at that point because Shawn Ray was top 5 the year before and he won the next year. So I figured if I had to take him out, I could do that, and I was going to prove that by the package I brought at the Arnold. So as fate would have it, everything that we set out to do, the time and dedication and being able to separate myself from everything to do it, I was able to accomplish what I was able to accomplish in 2019.
So for some perspective, your first Olympia, you were dead last.
No, my first Olympia, I came in 8th place.
8th place.
Every other Olympia after that, I was last.
Well, I know Ronnie Coleman was dead last in his first, and he went on to win 8. How confident are you this year in defending that title?
With one show in mind, and only one show in mind, not having to think about the Arnold Classic or anything like that. Body being nice and fresh and recovered. Man, I'm just thinking about how nasty I can be. You know, how much time I got to really just improve. And just the body just being fresh and ready to respond to whatever we do to it. So I'm very, very confident going into this Mr. Olympia, man.
All right, let's hear it for Mr. Olympia Brandon Curry. Miss Olympia, you took a year off, I believe, a year ago before you came back this year, did you not?
2 years.
You took 2 years off after the Arnold Classic victory.
Arnold Classic.
When you decided to take the year off.
Yeah, my last show was Olympia 2017.
Okay, and you were first runner-up?
I was second. I said second.
Second place, and then you took 2 years off.
And then I took 2 years off. Last year's Olympia was my first time back to the stage.
Why would you take 2 years off if you were right there sniffing at victory? What would make you walk away?
I had a lot of issues going into the season of 2018. A lot of issues that made me have to have major surgery in December of 2018. So I just took a complete break, let my body recover, heal, started prepping again, or wanting to prep again in April. I wasn't cleared by the doctor until April of last year, 2019, to start training.
And you placed what?
And I placed second coming back.
After surgery?
After surgery.
2 years off.
2 years off, surgery, major surgery, couldn't train till April. And that wasn't a guarantee. I didn't call Olympia until 7 weeks out, letting them know I could do it.
So do you think it's genetics, the way your body responded, or your style of training that brought you right back to championship level?
You know what, it probably could have been what was going on. I had tumors in my uterus, which is known as fibroids. And that does a lot. I mean, it's toxic, having tumors, I'm having inflammation, I'm having a lot of issues while still competing and winning. And then finally getting rid of that, and my body being brand new. My body wanted that. My body responded very well.
Did you change your training at all, or did you just go back to what you've always done?
I did change the training. I added in a lot of functional, a lot of high intensity training to my regimen.
So what's going to happen this year?
I will win my title back in 2020.
I love the confidence. But the confidence comes from your track record, right?
It does. I know I can do it.
What are you going to do differently in your training? Do you do anything besides the weights, getting ready for figure?
I do. I mean, like I said, I incorporate the functional training now, taking the time off, resting, being healthy all year now instead of coming from a surgery, like I said, and having a kind of rush of prep. I'm completely healthy now. So I would just improve everything, do whatever I know I need to do, but at the same time, take care of myself and come back to the stage better than I did last year.
We'll be looking forward to that in September. Ladies and gentlemen, Brandon Hendrickson, our men's physique champion. Brandon, I was following you around, winning shows all over the place. You were in Hawaii, you were in Japan. Where else have you won shows over? China?
China, Korea Pro, Japan Pro.
You're just chasing titles all over the world.
Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. That was it.
And then last year they inducted you to the Dumbbell Hall of Fame.
Got inducted to the Dumbbell Hall of Fame at Anaheim Fit Expo, which is a super honor. I'm grateful.
So your career's over.
No.
You're in the Hall of Fame. You're done.
I got there's plenty more to give.
What do you have to offer this year? What's on the table? Because you can compete more often than these guys can, being that it's men's physique.
Yeah.
What's next?
I'm currently 6 weeks out from the Arnold Classic. I'm going for my second title. Then I'll be doing the Arnold Australia 2 weeks later, and then Mr Olymia.
What do you like most about the men's physique? Because when it started, a lot of guys didn't think it would like take off. It was guys wearing shorts down past their knees, and it was an abs and shoulders contest. But we've seen the evolution of men's physique now. You guys are kind of like bodybuilding light.
It's fun. I love it. I love having legs. I love being one of the only physique guys that has legs, that has a complete physique. So to me, it's fun. I'm an Arnold Classic champion in 2016. I'm a 2018 Mr. Olymia champion. I feel like anything is possible for me. Who knows what's going to happen in the future?
You think you can move up to Classic Physique and beat Breon Ansley?
Yes, definitely.
Might get a preview of that today.
I like my man's confidence.
That's all you guys say. Get a preview of that today.
I can't wait for that. I'm excited for that. Give me like 2-3 years though. I got you.
All right. Well, listen, today.
No, not today.
These guys are all up here with a wealth of knowledge, but I'd like to hear from you guys some of the questions you might have, some of the challenges you might have faced, or some of the interesting questions you have about these guys' careers that might be able to benefit you guys. So if anybody's got a question, we're here to answer it. We've got a microphone for the fans. Okay, well, she'll come up to her with a microphone and ask your question to the champions and see if they can help you. This is our Dr. Phil hour right now. So if you have a question, you have to actually get up and walk to the microphone. I know it's kind of embarrassing, but no question is beneath us. We've heard it all. Especially Hany. All right, go ahead and fire off. Oh, not yet. You gotta stand over there. You gotta, on one leg. Hand like this. Go ahead.
I got a question for Hany Rambod.
Hany Rambod.
Hany, when you're training, especially in the beginning stages of their development, how often should they train their abs? Because I just competed in novice physique, men's physique, and I realized that my abs were lacking. And because my coach, our whole ideology was just train the compound lifts. You don't really have to train abs; they'll take care of themselves. So as a coach,
how often should you train abs, Hany? Clearly you and I don't do that anymore, but how often should you if you're a true novice?
Functionally, you need to keep your core strong, because when you have a very
you have a flat stomach but your abs are popping, then you be able to add a little bit of size. Again, in a controlled fashion. I'm a huge believer in making sure that you don't use too heavy a weight, so your hips don't kick in and don't take in your weight, especially if you're doing men's physique. And so, functionally, you can do it 2 to 3 times a week, and then as you're getting closer to shows, then a lot of guys I have, when I train, I have them do it at the beginning of their workout, because by the time you kick your ass doing back or doing legs, you're so tired, you're not going to do it in that workout. But you get a good little warm up, get a little sweat rolling, in the first 10 minutes of a workout doing abs. About 3 days a week, yeah.
All right, thank you for your question. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for the real deal, Chris Bumstead. He just had his documentary come out, 4-time Ironman champion, 6-time first Arnold Classic runner-up. Chris was up here last year. Anybody else got any questions? Come on up and fire away. Chris, you got any questions I can help you with? Not yet.
I have a question for former Miss Olympia. I'm wondering what the most rewarding part about winning the title was.
The most rewarding part was the people I inspired. Being a representation for women, especially that look like me, women of color, women that are able to see that it can be done. I mean, the title's been held by, multiple women all around the world, but for a specific amount of time, so somebody coming in there kind of new to the game and being able to change it and bring a whole nother look and being able to inspire women from there, that was the most rewarding part of winning this event.
Thank you.
You're welcome, thank you.
Got some more questions out there? He's gonna walk up to the mic. These guys will give you all their secrets. There he is in the Fila outfit. You guys stick around, we're gonna find out if these guys will close down at the end. Yes?
I have a question for Breon. I wanted to ask if you ever considered to move up to open bodybuilding. I'm sorry, I didn't hear the second half of it. Would you ever consider to move up to open bodybuilding?
Oh, is there a chance that I'll move up to open bodybuilding? Let me get another title with Classic first, and then we'll talk in 2021.
That means no.
Breon, that does take us down another road. So you won the title 2 times, and Chris, you won it for the first time this past year. And finally, Brandon won it. There's a huge disparity in what's going out in terms of the prize money, but yet the commitment is the same. For those of you that don't know, Brandon was the winner of a $400,000 payday in September. That's why he's taking me to dinner tonight, right, champ? But Chris, when you won the Olympia, I think you're champ.
That's correct, yeah, 30.
So, how do we bridge the gap? I mean, you don't feel that, Breon, you don't feel that difference?
Of course we feel the difference. Of course, but I think that things are happening in the right timing is now to improve that aspect of our sport. I think also it's up to us as the athletes to promote ourselves more and to extend ourselves more, to show how much value we hold in bringing the people, to want to see us. We are the draw and we are the show. So we have to know how valuable we are, and we can't be settling for things. And that will in turn trickle down or trickle up, in an effect as far as being paid out the value that we earn and that we're deserving of.
So Brandon, how good was that? Because you competed for a long time. When I was competing back in the 90s, I think you were like in junior high school or elementary, they were competing for $100,000. And when I do a history in 1983, that's when I started. Samir Banu had won $25,000 for winning the Olympia. So it's come a long way. Back then it was just women's bodybuilding and open bodybuilding. But did that check give validation to all that sweat equity that you put in, time away from your family, proving all the naysayers wrong? when you actually held the weight of that chest on that stage? Did you breathe a little easier for all the sacrifice that you put into it?
The money is honestly the last thing I actually.
Wait a minute, the money is the last thing. What?
It was. I didn't really think about it at the time. It's not the first thing that came to my mind after winning. Matter of fact, it took me probably a little bit to realize, the money factor. It took a bit to sink in. That's not what I was thinking about. Because the dream or what I was chasing was the title to begin with. I wasn't chasing the check. You know what I mean? And the check is just a bonus to chasing the title. I don't think bodybuilders do it specifically for the money. That's a perk, of course, for your hard work, but we don't get into the sport because we think it's gonna make us rich. Matter of fact, as far as other athletes are paid, we on the lower end of the totem pole when it comes to money. So that's not our motivation. Our motivation is actually love for the sport. But to be paid, of course, it does validate what you're doing to help you support your family, and you're able to, have a career in bodybuilding, just bodybuilding alone. But, money comes, money goes. And, it's about longevity. It's about making money with money. It's not about just one check that I'm gonna receive. It's about what I'm gonna do with this opportunity I have in front of me, and how I'm gonna capitalize on this platform that I have and continue to hold this title and be a champion.
Well said for a guy that has $400,000 in the bank. LaTorya, you won the Olympia twice, Arnold Classic 3 times. The biggest paycheck you got on stage was how much?
It was the $35,000.
So how do we bridge the gap for the women?
Pretty much the same thing that Breon was saying. We gotta really speak up. We need to have a voice and put ourselves out there and come together, because the women are frustrated, of course, with the work that we put in. We understand the bodybuilders. We understand that the crowd is there to see them, but as well as we have all these divisions coming about, and they're there to see us as well. So we do need to bridge that gap, and we do need to come together and have voices. Just speak up.
Right, and I think, Brandon, you're right. We don't get into it for the money, but when we realize the money is there, it becomes a part of your life. You create debt, you create bills, you get a trainer like Hany Rambod, who does not train people for free, I might add. You have your tanning that you have to pay for, the travel you have to pay for, and all that good stuff. Brandon, what do you think about the disparity in the money and the equity in the sport of men's physique?
I think men's physique gets paid the lowest in all the divisions. So
I knew it's also, right?
Yeah, it is also the newest. But I think what would help is just getting more involved with mainstream, getting more people supporting and backing us, getting more involved with not just people that are in the fitness industry, but also outside of the fitness industry, to start supporting the industry. And I think that would help bridge that.
But do you think Brandon's right? You got to get into it for the love of the game, otherwise you just won't last.
I knew I wasn't going to make no money or get rich by bodybuilding. I did it because I wanted to be better. I felt better. I knew I was inspiring people. I knew I was motivating people. That was the real reason I started getting into bodybuilding. And when the checks started coming, it started helping pay my bills. But I'm not rich off bodybuilding, so I still do it for the love of the sport.
Absolutely. So as we evolve, and bodybuilding is now incorporating the vegan diets and the holistic diets. Brandon, are you ever going to be a vegan? A lot of bodybuilders are now becoming vegan. Will you be a vegan and stay away from meat, or is meat a staple of being a bodybuilder?
Meat has never done anything wrong to me.
We can see that.
So if I have problems or issues ever with meat, then I may just consider eliminating it. But for now, meat's been my friend, and I'm friendly with meat, and I will continue to freely eat the meat.
Are we all in agreement that meat is okay, or is it changing your life?
I'm afraid of what's beyond meat. I don't understand anything that is beyond meat. For me, that poses an issue. I didn't know there was anything beyond meat. Anything that we make, we often mess up. So I'll stick to what God made for me.
Let me talk to the training guru. Are you running into people that are trying to avoid the meat yet still hang on to the muscle and the size and compete without doing a vegetarian style?
No, I don't. There's guys obviously that are smaller, like the men's physique guys versus open bodybuilders that can get away with that. I've yet to see an open bodybuilder be able to handle a vegan diet and do an Olympia prep.
Meat's our friend.
Absolutely, man. I think is there healthy aspects of doing a vegan diet? Sure. I mean, My biggest vegan diet bodybuilder is right there, Jay Cutler. Wait, Jay.
Jay, you're a vegan?
Vegan.
Are you a vegan?
Vegan, bro.
You're vegan? I don't know. I didn't know. He's vegan.
No. When we were at In-N-Out Burger with him and Phil, there was triple triples, 3x2s. So yeah, he wasn't very vegan. But the point being is that do I think that there's the vegan diet belongs in bodybuilding? Yes. I believe that there are times where it's a good idea to go vegan, do vegan choices, especially when you're not in prep. Because it's, yeah, exactly, cycling it up and down, because it does really help with your arterial walls and being able to get, to be able to create more elasticity. You have higher nitric oxide levels on a vegan diet from the plant sources of protein. So it really does help, but it's one of those things that it's really hard to get really high quality protein and high amounts when you're over bodybuilding.
We got some more questions yet? Anybody got a question out there? Come on up. To the open mic.
This is to anyone who wants to answer it. What's the best part of winning a title?
The best part of winning a title. You guys have all won. Obviously, probably the best is probably the most important, but I'll start it off. The best part for me was winning my national championship that gave me my pro card, because that was a title that opened all the doors to the magazines and sponsors, and then to travel the world. So being a national champion started my career. So that's my fondest memory.
For me, I would say my favorite part of winning the title this year was the celebration I had with my family afterwards. It was something where, like, we all put a lot of sacrifice into it, and a lot of sacrifice goes into the people you care about around you. They were all there for me through it all. A lot of them are here in the crowd right now, hanging out. And coming off stage and seeing them, I burst into tears every time I saw each person, and just sharing that moment with them. There was a sense of relief, like gratitude that they'd been there with me, and it was just like, was the best experience of my life, that after the stage, sharing it with the people who had been through it all with me, who cared for me through it all, and that was my favorite moment.
Regan, you're the youngest. How does it feel?
How does it feel? He stole it, man. That was great. That was great. Yeah, I'm gonna go with his answer.
All right, how about you, Brandon?
Best.
Which one? There's two Brandons.
Which way?
Find it out. Go ahead, Sam.
I think more of the opportunities that were presented to me as far as traveling the world and meeting so many people like you guys, fans of the sport, and just the support that I've been seeing all around the world. I've been able to do something I wouldn't have done without that title. So I'm super grateful for that opportunity.
The best part for me is the effect it has on the people that follow it, the people that are motivated by it, the people that are inspired. To see the effect that it has on the community at large is the best part. You know, that's the best experience. The people that are, just that can dream through you, kind of live through you, or have been rooting you on, and then seeing you persevere and accomplish things, and they have their own stories that can reflect that in their own lives. That's probably the best part of it.
LaTorya, you want to add anything?
It was the same thing that I had said before, just the inspiration that I was able to give to a lot of women and being able to represent for a lot of them. And the travel, of course, and being able to meet a lot of fans and a lot of new faces and giving hope to everybody watching.
Any other questions?
I would also say the same thing. Validation for yourself, for ourselves, first of all, feels good because we know we put in the work, and it's a lot of hard work, and just to know that for yourself, that you're good enough and that you're a champion, it feels great. And then you take that validation and you take that confidence, and just like everybody else said, you spread that positivity, you extend yourself and tell more about your story, which is more inspiring, and then you help change people's lives, with your platform.
Got another question?
Good luck to all of you. Jump on stage and decide.
Thank you.
There's a lot of rumors out there about one of your champions. Phil Heath has now taken a year off last year. People want to know, is he coming back? Are you still working your magic? We see him on social media, but we haven't heard any official announcement of whether or not he'll come back and try to battle Brandon for the title.
Yeah, Phil and I talk every day. So whether it's on phone, text, whatnot, and that's a decision that he's going to have to basically make, an announcement he's going to have to get. I'm not going to in any way, shape, or form steal his thunder. But I do know that, Phil's dangerous. He's very, very dangerous. And the last thing you want to do is sleep on Phil Heath. So if he decides that this year's the right time, he wants to make that move, and obviously he's got a type of physique after winning 7 Olympia titles that speaks volumes.
Brandon, real quick, we know that Phil was not there. Would you like nothing more than for Phil Heath to come, stand next to you on stage and pose down in the 2020 Olympia?
I've been admiring Phil since I knew who Phil was. As a physique, as an athlete, his body. I've been following that. I've been trying to catch up forever, and I wasn't able to. So the opportunity to compete with him on the top of being on the top of the food chain, man on man, it would be a wonderful opportunity for me. I would be honored if he would do that for me. But whether he comes on stage or not, I still got a title to defend. If he does, it would make it that much more exciting, and then that kind of brings a fire to it, because it's all about competition. I didn't get into this sport to have no competition. I got into this sport because of the competition, and he's a very, 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 very dangerous athlete to compete against. So if you ever want to see me step my game up, then you got to compete against people that like Phil Heath, people you respect, people that you really want to challenge yourself. So it'll be an honor for me to be able to step on stage and compete against Phil Heath.
Real quickly, how many think they're going to win the competition this year? How many of you guys actually believe you can win this year? That's a championship mindset. They don't just go to the gym and lift weights and hope for things to happen. Champion athletes go to the gym to make things happen. I think it's a mindset for a lot of the champions. A lot of the winners have to take the bad with the good with the bad. Most of us all have lost tons of competitions before we've actually won. But winning, I think, is what brings these guys back. Breon up here won 2 Olympia championships, and the only one he remembers is the one that he lost last year. So that's what gets him out of bed every day. And of course, Chris won the Olympia this year, and that's what gets him out of bed, because now he wants to defend the title the same way that Brandon does. So the mindset plays a lot into it, more so than the calories, more so than the training. Because these guys, they train all over the world, they travel all over the world, which means they got to eat at odd hours, sleep at odd hours, they're separated from family and friends, and yet every day, the sweat equity that they put in the gym is the only thing that they're going to show on stage. And so without fail, they have to believe that they're going to win. That's a huge component to the championship mindset. Can we get 1 or 2 more questions before we wrap it up? Got one right here.
Okay, awesome. You guys are all leaders, and you guys are all inspirations for your own reasons. If you had to leave everybody with one piece of advice, the most important thing you've learned in your sport, what would that one piece of advice be?
That's a good ending question. So we'll start with Hany Rambod. The last parting advice you would give to somebody that's coming into the sport.
I get a lot of people that want to go straight to the top, and I feel that what they do is they put all their eggs in one basket instead of building the balance. Because now, in this sport, fortunately, you can actually make a living even if you don't win. And you can build that up. And I feel that if you create the proper layers within your own personal brand, it's really, really advantageous to be able to put you in a situation where you can actually do what you love and not have to be Mr. Olympia or Miss Olympia and still make a really good living. So it's one of those things. Obviously, you see a lot of people that are influencers out there that make a living doing it, but I give a lot more respect, and I'm sorry for saying this publicly, but to the people that actually compete, because they have something to actually put out there, and they're putting themselves out there. But you do not have to win to still make a living. So definitely layer your own personal brand, build your own personal brand. So therefore, you don't have to rely on the winner's paycheck. So that's my advice for you all out there. You can actually make a living even if you're not the best in the world at what you do. You can still make a great living doing it.
Regan, what do you want to add to that as far as building a career?
Yeah, I mean, I think basically as a competitive bodybuilder, you can't make a living from the actual shows themselves. I mean, unless you're making, you're winning the Mr. Olympia contest. But even on top of that,
He's got 5 kids, by the way.
Yeah, he's got a lot of things to pay for. So exactly. So yeah, I think if focus on the business side. I mean, there's a lot of work to be put in if you're going to be doing that, and just make sure that it aligns with with your passion. Because at the beginning of it all, you're definitely not making the money, and you're not doing it for money. So make sure it's something that you love, and if it's something that you love, you're going to make money doing it.
Chris, can you add something different to that spin? Because that's pretty general for all of us, right? You got to find something you love, and you got to go all in. But if you were going to advise someone that's going to come into the fitness industry, bikini, physique, bodybuilding, what direction would you steer them, and how would you kick them off?
I mean, I would say the biggest lesson I learned this year after winning the Olympia was how important it is to enjoy the journey there. Like you said, what gets us out of bed? Like winning the Olympia gets me out of bed. That doesn't get me out of bed. I got out of bed before it. I'll get out of it after. If I lose next year or win next year, I'll get out of bed and do what I do. And remembering like the whole process, every single show I've done leading up to it, every workout I've done leading up to, every piece of shit my swearing, every piece of shit little meal my coach made me eat leading up to it, all the little fun, little detail leading up to it are the most important, funnest parts that you remember. Like I remember staying on stage and having like a sense of like relief fall off me, that all the work over the years I had done just was paid off right now. But it was all that work that made it so enjoyable. So don't just like focus on the end product and be like, I'll be happy when I win the show, I'll be happy when I win that show. Just focus on the moment, enjoy what you're doing. Remember why you got into it in the first place. Because if you love what you do every day, then you're going to be having a good life. And
that's interesting. That's an interesting perspective, Breon, because he's in the throes of his career like you are. I'm 20 years removed from the stage, and I don't remember half of what he just talked about in terms of enjoying it. My training partners beat the crap out of me. I was sore. Sometimes I threw up. It wasn't very enjoyable, but when I look back over it, now that was part of the reward. Are you able to enjoy what you're doing in the moment, or are you concentrated on the end goal of regaining a championship?
It's hard to enjoy the little pieces that are incorporated with a prep without focusing on the end goal. It's easier said than done for sure, but that is what brings you. When you win, you actually now reflect back on how you got there. So why not? You might as well go ahead and start from the beginning and really enjoy the little things and the details that lead you up to that point in the journey. And yeah, that's the way I feel about it. And I also think I would advise to put your heart and soul into it. I personally have learned so many things about myself that I take outside of bodybuilding, and that make me a better man outside of bodybuilding, and allow me to bring a more dynamic person to people, to my family. So you will learn so many things, just through putting your heart and soul in this particular sport, I feel, because this sport is very unique than any of the other professions and any of the other sports, with the combination of the dieting and the training and the precision, so I feel it's so much of a lesson for us to take outside of this sport and to be great people for other people.
Yeah, Brandon, you're a little different read, because bodybuilding's taken a lot from you in that you spend half your life in Kuwait. You got kids growing up, you got an independent wife that has to keep the wheels on the bus. She's from Hawaii, living in Tennessee, and you're all the way over in Kuwait for long stretches at a time, and you're at least lucky to enjoy FaceTime or Skype, and you're able to see them. Coming up in the 90s, we didn't have that technology, but you don't get that time back. So your time committed to becoming Mr. Olympia, retaining that title, you have to manage that time a little bit more wisely. Where do you spend your spare time in your training when you're over in Kuwait, trying to keep that sense of reality with your family in America?
I spend it on my phone. Basically, I'm always checking in. FaceTime is a blessing. We're always trying to reconnect and stay connected. My kids are so active. It's one of those things that keep me hungry to see what they're doing, to see that they're excelling, to see that they're, going about their lives in a way that they're, trying to find out who they are and what they want to be. And you know, I'm in a place where, you know, I'm starving for that, you know, and that gives me that zone in motivation that I need, almost like that killer instinct that some people say, because I want that back. You know, when you're starving, you're hungry, you want something back. The only way to get it is to go to the grind, give everything I got, and be successful as I can be, so I can make it worth it. So when I'm putting myself in a situation to actually, you know, suffer a lot of different ways, but the reward and the dedication that comes out of it can carry itself a long way when it comes to what my kids see, you know, inspire them in their lives and what they want to pursue. But they know that at the end of the day, I'm doing it for them as a whole, because it's them that's the secret behind, you know, why and how hard I'm able to push, you know, and the sacrifice that I'm making. Without that, you know, it wouldn't be a reason. But since I'm putting myself in that position where I'm starving for that, I can't waste my time. I can't, you know, when I want to slack off, you know, no, I can't do that. Because, you know, the worst thing you want to do is spend all your time doing something and not come up short and not be successful, and you know, and it'd be a waste of time. So, you know, when I'm there, I'm all in. I can't help it. I can't help it because I want to get back to what I want to get back to what I love. I want to get back to what I'm doing it for. And the only way I'm gonna be satisfied with being away is to be successful.
LaTorya, what kind of advice do you have for someone coming into the business wanting to be like yourself?
Wanting to be the best at what they do is, I think, just have patience with yourself, really listen to your body, put health first. Being through what I've been going through these last couple years, I've neglected my health and just wanted to go for the title, go for the competition. But take care of yourself first, you know, do what's important for you, enjoy the journey, but again, just take your time, be patient. That's what I would suggest.
Brandon, we're gonna wrap it up with you, man.
Yeah, I think just playing off what LaTorya said, just taking care of yourself. I say longevity. That'd be one thing that I would tell myself if I were to go back when I started is really take care of yourself outside of the gym. Everybody wants it right now. You just gotta think 5-10 years from now how you're gonna feel. So some things that help with that is meditation, self-care, deep tissue massages, stretching, foam rolling, those things like that. Just take care of your body outside the gym. We can all do the same work inside the gym, but what are you doing outside the gym to see yourself better in the future? So I think that's important.
How about a round of applause for our rising stars? Let's do a group photo, guys. Let's line up here and take a group photo. We got another map coming up behind us. You guys have your cameras ready? We'll get a group photograph of you guys up here in the front.